Right now at noon, the latest from day 2 of the Mark Wagner trial. Plus, the Supreme Court kicking an argument over a Texas immigration law back to the courts, what it means for migrants trying to enter the country illegally. You're watching News 3 Now at noon. Thanks so much for joining us on this Wednesday afternoon. I'm Josh Breiter. We begin with first warn weather this afternoon as we prepare you for some upcoming winter weather. Tomorrow night going into Friday, much of southern Wisconsin will be seeing the return of snow. For the latest now, meteorologist Jacob Montesano has a look at your certified most accurate forecast. It's coming in, Jacob.
Yeah, we have an alert day Thursday night into Friday morning for the likelihood of accumulation. Now for Madison, we'll see around 2 to 5 inches, but higher amounts are expected north. The alert day is for all of southern Wisconsin, but I also want to point out that areas south of Madison won't see quite as much, and a few locations near the Illinois border will actually struggle to get an inch of snow. But the majority of our region will see some accumulation, likely impacting the Friday morning commute. So after a cloudy Thursday, we aren't going to see the snowfall move into our area until well after sunset. Possibly by around midnight is when we will start to see that snow move in, but especially during the early morning hours before sunrise on Friday is when we are going to see the widespread snow across our area, especially the central and northern portion of our area. If you notice, locations near the Illinois border won't see that much snowfall overnight. But as we get into the day on Friday, we are likely going to see widespread snow continue, this time for our entire area during the morning, and then it should clear out during the late morning and early afternoon, a little bit earlier for western counties and a little bit later for eastern counties, with some lingering flurries throughout the day. But the accumulating snow will likely end around noon on Friday. So looking at the accumulation forecast, Madison will see around 2 to 5 inches, but more is expected north. A few locations up near Camp Douglas could actually see more than 6 inches, but the Dells and surrounding areas will see 3 to 6, 1 to 3 south of Madison. Again, it wouldn't surprise me if places near the Illinois border actually get less than an inch. But much of our area will see snow at some point. My guess is our entire area will see snow at some point. And again, that Friday morning commute will be impacted by this. I'll talk more in detail about this and give you information on another alert day at the start of next week coming up a little bit later.
Winter decided she's not over. All right, Jacob, thank you. Well, it is day 2 of the Mark Wagner trial. Wagner is charged with recklessly endangering safety for firing his gun at an unarmed suspect while working as a DCI agent. Today, Deputy Greg Leatherberry took the stand answering questions about the incident back in February of 2022. Various photos of evidence from the scene were shown, including the inside of Quadron Wilson's car after the shooting. The deputy was also shown a picture of a ballistic shield and demonstrated to the jury how law enforcement properly carry one. News 3 Now will continue bringing you coverage of the trial today and throughout the week. You can follow this story and receive push alerts on any new information learned with the free Channel 3000 mobile app. Right now, Assembly Speaker Robin Vos is criticizing the pro-Trump groups trying to remove him from office. The state's Elections Commission says those groups haven't collected enough signatures from Vos's district to trigger a recall. Multiple people say their signatures were forged. The Assembly Speaker made his first comments publicly on the matter, saying, quote, "The people who organize this are so out of touch with reality. They are morons. They are stupid. There's a ton of fraud. I am very confident that maybe less than half of the signatures are even valid." The Racine County District Attorney is investigating those allegations of forged signatures. Recall organizers say some unverified petitions slipped through due to a volunteer oversight, but that it was an isolated mistake. As for a response to Vos's words, they didn't have one. Vos has until tomorrow to challenge those signatures. It is still unclear which legislative maps would be used if that recall election takes place. The Elections Commission is requesting clarification on which maps should be used for any recall or special elections happening before November. The Wisconsin Supreme Court is giving parties in the redistricting suit until tomorrow to respond to that request. The state Supreme Court will decide if counties have to release voter incompetency records. A conservative group sued Walworth County requesting records on people deemed incompetent to vote. They say the number of ineligible voters does not match the one on the public voter database. A court ruled in their favor, but the county requested the high court's review. They'll get briefs on the case within the next 30 days. The Supreme Court has kicked an argument over a Texas immigration law back to the courts. The decision allowed the law to immediately go into effect, but that reprieve lasted only a few hours. Natalie Brand reports from Washington.
Texas law enforcement for now cannot detain migrants suspected of entering the country illegally after an appeals court paused a new state law while it hears arguments on the matter today.
Texas has invoked the authority provided to us in Article 1, Section 10 of the United States Constitution to declare an invasion and for Texas to defend ourselves.
Texas Senate Bill 4 would not only allow state authorities to make arrests, but it could allow state judges to issue deportation orders. Sheriff Martin Cuellar of Webb County, Texas, says he has concerns.
We're not immigration officers, and we have to get trained to make sure that we are following the rule of the law.
Attorney Kathleen Bush Joseph with the Migration Policy Institute says she's worried about confusion on the ground and the legal precedent it could set.
Talk about what you think the implications of this bill could be if it were to take effect.
This would absolutely be a sea change. For over a century, the Supreme Court has upheld the principle that the federal government sets immigration policy.
While the fight plays out in the courts, Mexico's government has already said it will not accept under any circumstances people deported by the state of Texas. Natalie Brand, CBS News, Washington.
President Biden, whom Republicans blame for the increase of migrants at the border, is campaigning in Arizona and Texas today. Well, still ahead for us on News 3 Now at noon, federal regulators sending a warning on 2 brands of water bead sets, plus why JetBlue Airways is eliminating a number of routes, leaving 5 cities altogether.
The Lucky Streak sale is on now at Furniture and Appliance Mart. We're offering our biggest savings on top brand appliances. Save up to $2,000 instantly on 4-piece kitchen packages. Plus low monthly payments with up to 60 months special financing at Furniture and Appliance Mart inside Ashley.
Every spring, the love of my life came here to paint. Cress helped us make sure she's never forgotten.
We are Cress. We truly believe your memories matter.
Get an 11% rebate on everything at Menards. Organize your home with Closet Made. We carry everything you need to maximize your space in closets, pantries, laundry rooms, and more. This Closet Made closet kit is $144.79 after rebate. Transform your space with flooring that stands up to life's messes. Perfect Seal laminate flooring is waterproof, wear and stain resistant, and clicks together for easy installation. Excel laminate flooring is $289 per square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
TDS Fiber Internet makes our home smarter. Working, playing, living, learning. It's all better with TDS Fiber Internet because it's faster, more reliable. It's award-winning internet served up by friendly local folks. It's what keeps us connected. And isn't that what it's all about? Say hello to internet that hits different. Say hello to TDS.
Why choose between that new deck you've been wanting and that vacation you've been dreaming about? Get both. A deck that outlasts wood 3-to-1 and up to a 7-day vacation on one of the top cruise lines or at one of our hundreds of resorts with no blackout date restrictions. Call now or visit the website for your new deck today.
I have a passion for helping people start small businesses.
I've been self-employed since I was 18.
That's why you see some of those entrepreneurial tendencies from the kids.
The Tobacco Credit Union has been great with the kids as far as why financial literacy is important.
When I took Tristan in to open up his business account, he was 13, but they still educated him like an adult and treated him like a member for life.
It's pretty cool when your kids can hear something that you've been teaching them for years, but it's not coming from your voice.
It's like having someone else in your corner.
Ashley's biggest anniversary sale is on now. Pick up your scratch-off ticket in-store for huge bonus deals. Plus, flexible payments with up to 60-month special financing. Save up to 79% on special buys and closeouts. Only at Ashley.
JetBlue Airways is eliminating a number of unprofitable routes and is exiting 5 cities altogether. In the U.S., the company is pulling out of Kansas City, Missouri, and Newburgh, New York, Outside of the U.S., the company is leaving Bogota, Colombia, Quito, Ecuador, and Lima, Peru. It comes just weeks after a federal judge blocked the company's planned merger with Spirit Airlines. In a statement, JetBlue said the removal of routes will reduce delays and free up aircraft to fly more profitable routes. Federal regulators are warning consumers to immediately stop using the 2 brands of water bead sets seen here because they contain a toxic substance. The toys have both been sold by Amazon. The U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission says it's aware of at least 3 incidents where young children required surgery to remove the water beads after they were ingested. And Trader Joe's is recalling bags of roasted and salted whole cashews. It comes after at least 1 bag tested positive for salmonella, although the FDA is not aware of any illnesses linked to the products. Consumers are urged to throw the recalled cashews away or return them to Trader Joe's for a refund. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Chanel Call.
At the noon hour, here's the latest stock report. We're in the green so far on this Wednesday. The Dow up 34 points, NASDAQ up 0.5 point, and S&P 500 up about 1.5 points. Right now, our call for action volunteers are in the building taking your consumer complaints and taking action on your behalf. Volunteers are here every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. You can call for action at 608-270-2833 or submit a claim anytime at channel3000.com/call-for-action. Well, Pam is watching today's egg prices straight ahead, and Jacob is tracking snow in the first warn forecast. Then later on live at 4, Lisa Briggs will be here to answer your questions about how that incoming snow and colder temps could impact your outside plants.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Time is running out on your chance to win a dream vacation to Hawaii. Test rest a Beauty Rest Black mattress and you could be on your way. Make the connection between better health and sleep at Steinhoffel's. Right now, during Sleep Awareness Month, get $300 in Steinhoffel's cash when you upgrade to a Beauty Rest Black. Plus, you can save up to $800 on Beauty Rest adjustable base sets. Shop in-store or online at steinhoffels.com.
Pella's free in-home consultations make replacing or redesigning your windows and doors easy. We go beyond just measuring and handing you a quote. We take the time to listen and educate you on all your product options so you can be confident in choosing the look and functionality that's right for you. And with DesignWorks, you can see what your home will look like before you buy. Right now, get 0% interest for up to 36 months when you order by March 31st. Set your free consultation at PellaWI.com.
Americans are doing their best to get by, but with an uncertain economy and prices still rising, budgets are stretched thin. And Washington's new capital regulation is another bill Americans can't afford. Basel III Endgame will make loans, utilities, and groceries more expensive and make it harder to access credit. Families, seniors, farmers, and small businesses are already struggling to make ends meet. Washington needs to scrap Basel III Endgame and start over.
Welcome to Oakmont Senior Community in Verona. Active seniors 55 plus will enjoy our new luxury apartments, professionally managed by award-winning Attic Angel Community. Call Demery today for a tour and reserve your place at Oakmont.
Campaign 2024 is heating up in Battleground, Wisconsin, and News 3 Now is bringing you complete team coverage throughout this crucial election year. From the candidates to the issues that matter to you, the voters. Campaign 2024 on News 3 Now, moving forward.
From Girls 5 Ever, we've got Sarah Bareilles, Busy Phillips, Paula Pell, and Renee Elise Goldsberry. I love y'all so much. Plus, Arthur the King's Natalie Emanuel on The Jennifer Hudson Show.
On the next Jennifer Hudson Show at 3. The Farm Report is sponsored by Blaine's Farm and Fleet.
Welcome back at noon. Let's check in now with Pam Yankee from the Midwest Farm Report, back with us after Egg Day yesterday. Pam, how are you?
I'm all right. Enjoying this sunshine, which is the upside of the weather we've got coming our way. Yeah, it was fun yesterday, Josh. We were out and about for National Ag Day. I caught up with Nancy Kavazanjan, who's a farmer from Beaver Dam that just got back from Indonesia. You say, okay, well, what was she doing in Indonesia? She's a member of the United Soybean Board and also on a new board, the Northern Soy Marketing Board, which involves Nebraska, North Dakota, South Dakota, Minnesota, and now Wisconsin. And what they're basically doing is working together as a group to get more international business for our soybeans. Now, the soybeans we produce in Wisconsin are a little bit lower in protein than states farther south. So our markets are a little unique. Indonesia happens to appreciate our Wisconsin soybeans because of the amino acids that are within the essential amino acids that are within those soybeans. See, in Indonesia, which is considered the most populous country and largest economy in Southeast Asia, they are growing their palate for things like eggs. They are looking for protein. Eggs are providing a protein, but the chickens need feed, and chickens like soy meal. So there you go. They also eat a lot of fish. So our soybeans turn into fish food in Indonesia. So our Nancy Kavazanjan got a chance to be there, visit with the farmers, visit with those folks that are in the food processing chain, and tell the story of Wisconsin soybeans. So that's part of how I celebrated National Ag Day. Now I'm kind of focused on what's coming up with this weather. Let's face it, it's a shock to our system to think of temperatures and wind chills again. It's a shock to our plant system. I'm thinking about my Wisconsin cranberry growers. Rochelle Beagle Hoffman, who's the owner of Rooted in Red Cranberries in Wisconsin Rapids, says this is going to be a tricky one. If it's one thing if we would have seen a lot of freezing, then they manage their cranberry buds by protecting them with frozen water. But now we're looking at temperatures that are going to be kind of moderate. So we're going to get snow, but we're not going to get real cold temperatures. They said right now they are going to be monitoring the buds on their vines, which were actually apparent and there already last fall, trying to protect them through the spring. Here's a little tidbit that you can share with others. Cranberry plants are perennials, so we've got to take care of them. But a well-taken care of cranberry bush can provide fruit for over 100 years. That one Yankee didn't know. Barreled cheese today in Chicago is down a half at $149.5. 40-pound block cheese is unchanged. Double A butter up a penny and 3/4, $2.83 3/4. There, write that one down, Josh. Cranberry plants can provide fruit for over 100 years. That's your takeaway from Farm Babe today.
That is mind-blowing. You're always giving us so many great facts out there, Pam. I love to see it. But yeah, that snow, definitely not a lot of people looking forward to that.
Right.
Kind of a wake-up call. All right, Pam. Well, we won't see you the next couple of days here on the noon show due to basketball, so we'll see you when we see you.
All right, sounds good, buddy.
Have a good afternoon. Let's get to Jacob now with the latest on that first warn forecast with the cold and snow moving on in, Jacob.
Yeah, the cold will continue through the rest of the week, and we've been talking about the snowfall. This will be Thursday night into Friday, but we have another system coming Sunday and Monday, bringing both snowfall and rainfall. So I'll talk about that in just a moment, but first, let's take a look at Thursday night's snowfall once again. We are going to see around 2 to 5 inches of snow for Madison. Higher amounts are possible north, and lesser amounts are expected south, especially closer to the Illinois border. And again, this will likely impact that Friday morning commute. So here's a look at the forecast. We're looking cloudy throughout the day on Thursday, but we are going to be dry. The snow won't enter our area until around midnight. But throughout the early morning hours Friday, we're going to see widespread snow across our area, with possibly the exception of far southern and far southwestern locations that could miss out on the snowfall until we get to the daytime on Friday. But once we get past sunrise, we are expected to see snowfall at some point for our entire area. And there also could be some bands of heavy snow, especially during the middle morning on Friday. And as we get to the afternoon, the snow will clear out of our area, kind of late morning and early afternoon, a little bit earlier for you folks out west and a little bit later for areas to the east. And our entire area may see some lingering flurries throughout the afternoon and evening, but we should be dry by the time we get to Friday night. So here's a look at the accumulation forecast. 3 to 6 inches north of Madison, possibly even a bit more the further north you go, up near Camp Douglas and Watoma. It is possible that you folks see above 6 inches, and then 1 to 3 further south. And it's also possible that places near the Illinois border barely even get to an inch, if not stay under an inch. But we have another alert day for Sunday and Monday. This system will bring snowfall and rainfall. It also will be very windy. The snow Thursday night and Friday won't bring windy conditions, but this system system certainly will. So here's a look at the forecast for that. We'll be dry during the day on Saturday, but Sunday we are going to see some snow showers develop. It doesn't look like we're going to see quite as much snowfall, at least accumulating snowfall, as the system Thursday night will. Unless you're in the northern portion of the state, those areas near Rhinelander will see quite a bit of snow. But we're mostly going to see a lot of rainfall and very windy conditions. So Monday will be a pretty muggy day with all the rainfall we're expecting and the windy conditions we're expecting on top of that. Now, later in the night, Monday into Tuesday, it is possible that areas in the northwestern portion of our area especially see that rain transition into snow before the system ends Tuesday evening, and then we are looking dry for Wednesday. But as far as the temperatures during this whole time, we're going to be mostly below average. Monday, it could rise above average as the temperatures will warm up and we'll see a lot of rainfall. But we're going to be mostly in the middle 40s throughout next week. And we're now in the time of the year, especially next week, where the average high is close to 50. So 30s the rest of this week through Sunday, 40s next week. We really haven't seen this many consecutive days at or below average for the last couple of months. We've been really above average, but we're switching it up a little bit for the next week and a half. So alert day for Thursday night and Friday. Again, we're not going to see the snowfall till after sunset Thursday. So most people won't see the snow until you folks are already in bed. And then but Friday morning, we are going to see snowfall, and it will likely impact that Friday morning commute. Dry Saturday, but still cold. And then the second system moves in Sunday. Looks like we'll see snow and maybe a little bit of rain Sunday. All rain on Monday, possibly ending as a mix on Tuesday, but it's going to be pretty windy during this system as well. But as I mentioned, we aren't expecting a lot of accumulation with that second system simply because it looks like the rain, or the snow rather, will transition to rain a little bit earlier, but expect to see quite a bit of rainfall. And once that system passes, I'm curious to see our rainfall totals for the month because we're above average, and with the snow we're going to see Thursday and next week's system, we might have a pretty above average rainfall month for March. And that's definitely a good news because a lot of our area needs it. And unlike last rain system, the one next week does look to impact everyone, not just the areas that aren't under the drought, which unfortunately happened. But it's going to be a pretty wet one for sure. We'll have more details on that, though, as it gets closer.
A much more active pattern. All right, Jacob, thank you. Well, up next, let's see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
Today, we're going nuts in the test kitchen. Nuts for coconut, that is.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Are you suffering with neck pain, back pain, or sciatica due to disc-related conditions? You may have tried drugs, spinal injections, or physical therapy just to find out it didn't help. You're not alone. The problem is that some of those treatments focus on symptom relief, but may not address the underlying disc problem. As a result of injury or overuse, the discs may bulge, herniate, or degenerate over time. Our therapies are highly successful and reduce pain associated with those conditions and may help you avoid neck or back surgery. At Midwest Spine and Nerve Center, we'll design a treatment program using the latest in pain-relieving therapies, including non-surgical spine decompression, Pro Adjuster 360 computerized technology, laser therapy, and more. Visit our website or call to schedule a complimentary consultation.
Does your roof look great from the ground, but yet it's still leaking? We see roofs every day that look great, but the important details weren't done correctly. With the average cost of a replacement roof being north of $25,000, that might not be what you need. Let one of our specialists give you a free 16-point inspection and let you know exactly what's really wrong with your roof and show you how we can restore it, saving you thousands. Remember, when you think roofing, think Larson, Wisconsin's best roofing experience.
Look, I'm not a young guy. That's no secret. But here's the deal. I understand how to get things done for the American people. I led the country through the COVID crisis. Today, we have the strongest economy in the world. I passed a law that lowers prescription drug prices, caps insulin at $35 a month for seniors. For 4 years, Donald Trump tried to pass an infrastructure law, and he failed. I got it done. Now we're rebuilding America. I passed the biggest law in history to combat climate change because our future depends on it. Donald Trump took away the freedom of women to choose. I'm determined to make Roe v. Wade the law of the land again. Donald Trump believes the job of the president is to take care of Donald Trump. I believe the job of the president is to fight for you, the American people, and that's what I'm doing. I'm Joe Biden, and I approve this message.
Can we do one more take?
Look, I'm very young, energetic, and handsome. What the hell am I doing this for?
There's just something about coconuts that makes us smile. Maybe it's because we associate them with those fancy tropical drinks that we have on vacation while sitting next to the pool. Or it could be the fond memories of digging into a decadent coconut cream pie or cake that our mom used to make for us for those special occasions. But for those of you who have never enjoyed coconut beyond that, you're missing out. So let me introduce you to coconut in a whole new way. All we do is bread a few thick-cut pork chops with some panko breadcrumbs mixed with shredded coconut and a few spices. After coating them with cooking spray, we bake them up while we throw together a fresh-tasting pineapple salsa that goes together in no time. I think we could serve this on bricks and it would taste good. Once the chops are cooked to at least medium and the breading begins to get crispy, it's done. Then we spoon our pineapple salsa over them and dig in. Sounds amazing, doesn't it? So what do you say you go online and get the recipe for our coconut-crusted pork chops with the pineapple salsa? 'Cause one bite is all it takes to have you smiling from ear to ear. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a coconutty fresh way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
If you're looking to better your golf game, this brand new segment is just for you. The George Vitense Golf Academy is providing tips to help you lower your score when out on the links. After today, we'll have a different lesson airing every other Friday. Here's Joel White showing us how to properly grip your clubs.
Today, we're talking about the grip. First of all, before we take our grip on the golf club, let's make sure that the leading edge and all the grooves of this club head are directed away from your body, not to the right, not to the left. Once we have that set in front of us, take that left hand, the leading hand. This is from a right-hander's perspective. And we'll make sure our hand is entirely on the club, and we'll make sure the index finger and thumb have a pinching type position, which means that if I were picking a quarter up, for example, off my hand, it's going to be hard to pick it up with my thumb extended. But if I just pick it up with the index finger and thumb, there it is. So now we have our hand on there, and then we take our right hand on there, and we have either this overlap where the pinky drops in between the left index finger, middle finger, or we can use the interlock. From the top side, both lines formed by the left hand, right hand are directed between my chin and right shoulder. Improve your play the fundamental way.
Thank you, Joel. Not great golfing weather in the forecast, Jacob. Unfortunately, we got snow to talk about.
No, but I definitely could use some of those golf tips. Now, there's not going to be a lot of people on the links over the next week or so. It's going to be fairly active and winter-like for the first week of spring. 30s the rest of this week into Sunday, and we also have some snow Thursday night into Friday. Accumulation is likely, especially for Madison and areas north. By the time we get to next week, we have another alert day for a second system. This one won't bring as much snowfall, but it will bring plenty of rainfall and windy conditions. Monday will be a rainy and windy. If Monday's already gloomy, and it's going to be even gloomier this upcoming Monday. Now, for the rest of next week, we do have some more precipitation chances. Another system may enter our area Thursday and Friday, so it's pretty active over the next 10 days. Now, like I said, very winter-like, though. Pretty typical March week, maybe a little colder than average.
All right, Jacob, thank you. And thanks for joining us. No nude broadcast the next 2 days due to NCAA basketball.